Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud, and it does not dishonor others. It is not self seeking, and it is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongdoing. Love does not delight in evil, but it rejoices in and with the truth. It always protects, it always trusts, it always hopes, it always perseveres. Love, it never fails. Love always wins. Okay. Does anyone know the reason that during chattel slavery, okay, as we are aware, that there has always been slavery on the planet, indentured servants, and then there was slavery where it wasn't a race thing. You know, you had all kinds of slaves. You know, you had African, Asian, from the Latin countries. You know, all kinds. But I'm talking about chattel slavery when it changed only to African. Does anyone know why a law and a rule was created that slaves were not allowed to learn how to read? Slaves were not allowed to learn how to read because, and the punishment was you'd either death or punishment by whipping and isolation, or your children would get sold off to a faraway plantation, and you would never see your children or your babies again. So it would be some kind of psychological, physical torment and torture, so bad that would completely destroy you. That you would even teach your children, you better not learn how to read. I'll tear it up. You understand? The reason that this was a real law, we're going to talk about the United States, is because, as I've said before, race is a construct of man, okay? It's one race, and that is the human race. And then you have different dilutions. And then you have humankinds that are mixed, with other types of DNA on the planet to create different hybrids and versions of the thing closest to the original human, okay? I'm just keeping it real, it's not racist. At one time, we were green skinned. Another time, I believe at one time we were green, at one time we were purple before we turned to a hue of brown. And from brown, we started going into other lighter complexions as experiments with Yakub and others, did or whatever. And we also know that the less melanin and the more recessive the genes are, the more the look changes, the texture of the hair. You understand? But it's one race, okay? And it's different variants of it, okay? From the most concentrated. And African is the closest to the original 12 strands of DNA of the human, okay? Now, the reason I'm saying that is the law was you were not allowed to learn how to read because of your spiritual and physical strength and your mental strength and your intellect and intelligence and what you would tap into if you were able to read a book and get the education, to learn about self, to learn about what you were, where you come from, and what you're capable of doing. You understand? And that was used because there were people that were very learned, that got a good education, that understood metaphysics, that came from your ancestors, that you were not allowed to learn to study and read about yourself, but they understood your DNA, they understood your power and capability to tap in and how magical you were. And they wanted to use you as a tool because of your intellectual strength and physical strength, okay, and spiritual strength. But they didn't want you to know your own power because then you'd be able to use it for yourself. So in order to stop you from learning and understanding your power, your culture, you had to be cut off from your culture, cut off from all magical words, cut off from learning how to read, okay? And in doing so, it allowed them to use your own strength against you and to use your own strength. Now, why am I using that as an example? I'm using that as an example because whoever I'm talking to, somebody knew your spiritual ranking and power as a child. And they knew what you were capable of doing. And by intention, they isolated you from family, community, and orchestrated your gang stalking so that your life would be extremely hard and difficult. And you would be in some kind of energy where you would be working so hard, you would not have time to, even if you knew you had some type of spiritual abilities and gifts, you wouldn't have time to deal with them. You wouldn't have time to manage them. You wouldn't have time to look into it. You would never be rested. You would be in a frantic state where your nervous system was always operating out of fear, trying to juggle, food and housing, children, and whatever else is going on in your life. Okay. And the people that were connected to you, that knew who and what you were, they wanted to use your spiritual power and your energy. They did not want you to gain the same type of occult knowledge that they were studying on, but they knew you were the strongest one in your family. See, here's the problem. They knew that you were the strongest one spiritually in your family, but they didn't want you to know that, because they wanted to be able to use you like a tool for themselves to make money and to harness off of and to do everything else that they wanted to do using your spiritual strength with you having no knowledge of it. So that way, by isolating you and not letting you in on family secrets, you would never really have the time or the energy because of the sabotage to look into it, to study what they were all studying so that they could all overpower you. Okay? Fast forward to today. So they did not want you to learn the same knowledge that they have, okay? But they still couldn't overpower you, because it's like you had to move around in the dark to figure yourself out. These people already fully understood who and what you were, but you had to move around in the dark, so to speak, to kind of figure things out. Like, wow, different things happen to me. I'm having these experiences. I'm very intuitive. Things that I think about or that I know about people, they always come to pass. I've got all these things, and you talk to people in your family and community, and they would gaslight you about being crazy, mental illness, and things of that nature. And that was all because you were the strongest one in your family spiritually. Okay? Now, there's somebody that was jealous of whoever you are and wanted your gifts. You don't know this person. This person comes from another culture. This person, they said in my thing, is of East African descent. Okay? This is someone of East African descent. Okay? Y'all know East Africa. That's Eritrea. That's Ethiopia. That could be Sudan. That could be Djibouti. That could be Kenya. This is, the region we're talking. Ethiopia. Somalia, this is, the regions, some of the countries in East Africa. But whoever this woman is, she's a complete idiot, okay? She's an idiot. This woman is a complete idiot. She has very little impulse control. And this is what I got, okay? This woman has an element of colorism with her. Whoever this East African woman is, she has an element of colorism with her. And what I'm picking up on is she feels like because you were not born in Africa, that's what I'm getting. It has something to do with you either being born in a different place, even though your genetics might come from, Africa. You were physically born in either the US or the UK, England, or Europe. You were born somewhere else. You understand? It's like you were either born in the United States of America or you were born in a European country. But this is her issue with you. If you were born like in the US, she sees you as like maybe either a descendant of slavery in America. So she either looks at you like, why would you have spiritual gifts? You're not even, it has something to do with the way she looks at you because of where you were born. Okay. And you could be any race. Okay, it could even be the reason why I was talking about race being a construct of man is because you don't know what anybody has inside of them. Okay, DNA wise, we can look at the color of people's complexion and skin, but you don't know what kind of DNA different people have up in them of different races. A lot of different people was mixed with a lot of different people, especially in the United States during slavery. Okay, we got a lot of mixed blood, amongst all the people, Hispanic, white, black, Asian, so you can have a little bit of whatever up in you. But whoever this woman is, a past life dynamic is playing out. So maybe you had a past life in another country. Maybe in your past life you was in another country. Okay, but it has something to do with how she feels about you, like being from somewhere like the United States and having the spiritual gifts and abilities you have. Again, it's an East African woman that has an element of colorism, and it's almost given that energy like you all saw that clip of the Somalian in the temple that was giving, he was giving a speech, not speech, he was preaching, and he said, do you know all of the Black Americans, they all come from one night stands. They don't even know who their daddies are. And I don't know if y'all remember, it was on YouTube, when all this stuff came out about all of the government fraud in Minnesota with Somalians or whatever. It's given that type of energy, okay? It's given the type of energy where, let me make sure y'all can still hear me. Okay, it is. Yeah, it's given that type of energy, like you might have, you're either a descendant of chattel slavery, or you could have some black in you. You could have black in you. You could be of another race and have black. I don't know. I'm just giving you scenarios. You could be of another race and have black in you from chattel slavery in the United States, or you could be a Black American from, but whatever it is, it's an East African woman that does not have the same spiritual abilities and gifts that you have. She doesn't have any. She does witchcraft, but she feels like because of where she comes from, how dare you have it and not? And my whole thing is, how dare you? Genetics cannot be changed. No matter where you relocate to on the planet, if you were taken away hundreds of years ago, it doesn't matter. Wherever your genetics come from, wherever you come from initially, those genes are going to follow you. It don't matter if your family has been in the United States for 10 generations, or whatever the case may be. Your genetics are your genetics regardless. You understand? And quick fun fact, the first chattel slaves, African slaves that were brought to the United States were actually, they were not West African. They actually had migrated from North Africa. They are from ancient Kemet, Egypt, the first ones that were brought to America as chattel slaves. Why? Because during the Ottoman Empire, the Arabs were invading North Africa, and by this time, the African empire in Egypt or ancient Kemet it was falling. Okay, so there were a lot of different types of Cometians that were chased out of their land. That's why there are so many Arabs in North Africa, and they were chased. And they ended up being refugees in West Africa. They ended up being refugees in parts of Central and East Africa because they were chased out of their land by the Arabs during the Ottoman Empire when they invaded North Africa. So when the first slaves were sold, the West Africans first were selling the refugees that were living in their lands for the slaves. And when they ran out of the refugees, that's when they started selling each other. So the first chattel African slaves to America actually came straight from ancient Egypt or ancient Kemet. You understand? The first ones that actually came to the Americans as slaves. We know that you've been everywhere on the planet. You understand? So this woman, she feels some kind of way, but she lacks discipline. She's very impulsive. She's extremely impulsive. She can't control her impulses. Okay, she can't control herself because she has a mental illness. Okay, and I don't know, maybe her family has been scouting you out. Maybe she's been connected to people with money and she found you, and maybe her family or her, they decided that they were going to do spell work on you to destiny swap or to do something to see if she could take your energy. Okay, you don't know this woman, but she's coming out as an East African woman that's a complete idiot, okay, with a mental disability. And she has an element of colorism inside of her. But this is a past life dynamic playing out. So it's a reason this woman has found you, because it is a past life dynamic playing out. So she can't, it's something going on with someone in the CIA and the NSA right now. She will not leave you alone. She keeps stalking you, even though she's been told that you're no longer in the gang stalking program and they have to let you go and surrender. Okay, it's no denial that they're not in denial that they're not going to be able to take your gifts from you. With denial in the reverse, surrender is here. But this woman lacks discipline and structure and control mentally. She's got a mental disability and she feels like you're beneath her. Okay, she really, really feels like because of where you were born, you're beneath her. And no, I come from the motherland. You shouldn't have these type of spiritual gifts. It's something like that. And they doubt that she'll be able to get control of her mind. They told her your gang stalking program was over, that you're too protected, but she won't stop paying people to stalk you. She's still working with people at the NSA to mirror your phone and to keep creating obstacles in your life and block you at every turn. Okay, so win money in the reverse, expectation in the reverse. They had an expectation that they were going to be able to do something to you by a certain time, but it didn't happen. And that was going to make her a main female, like someone that's important or whatever. But she needed to have your spiritual power in order to do this. And you might have some unexpected money coming toward you. Now, when I said you're cash poor, I don't know your situation. I don't know. It doesn't mean your bills are not paid. It means you might not have disposable income to throw in the air. But the spiritual power that you have inside of you to manifest any outcome you want in your life is abundant. You are a walking manna confirmation. That's what, when they keep calling you rich, what they're talking about is you are a walking manifester. You understand? You don't have to have money and cash in your hand. Every single thing that you desire and want, you manifest with or without the money, because you're like walking magic. All you got to do is start focusing your mind and start taking steps in the direction of it's like this. Okay. Whoever you are, this is how powerfully spiritual you are, okay? If there is a dress that you really, really want, okay, and you decide, I want this dress and I'm going to have this dress. And you go in your closet, you take a hanger and you look at that hanger and say, when I buy that dress, I'm going to put it on this hanger and I'm going to hang it right here because that dress is blue and I'm going to hang it with my blue dresses. So let me make a space for it right here and put the hanger. I'm going to put that dress on right here. And within a week or so, somehow something lines up or falls into place where you end up with that dress, or some unexpected money comes your way, or something happens and you end up with that dress. That's manifesting. You understand? Because you're able to tap in. I know I'm able to do that. I do it all the time. And I don't even know where it's coming from. You understand? A piece of furniture. There's a piece of furniture that you want. okay? And you want it in a particular place in your house. So what you do is you go to the spot in your house where you want that piece of furniture, okay? And whatever you plan on putting on that shelf, on that TV stand, on that nightstand, whatever you plan on putting there, you take those items and you put it in the spot where you want that furniture to go. You understand? And you walk by every single day and you see that piece of furniture with the items that you're going to put on it when you get there. But in the meantime, you didn't put the things that are going to go on that furniture in that spot. You're just waiting for the furniture to appear. And somehow you end up getting that furniture. Something is set on the spiritual realm into motion that somehow brings that furniture to you, whether the funds, the money, or you just happen to be walking past a garage sale and the exact thing you was looking for, somebody is giving away. It comes to you. You're magical. When I say you're rich, I mean you're spiritually rich, as above, so below. Anything that you want to manifest, all you have to do is make the spot for it. It's magic. That is magic. Make the preparation for whatever it is that you want. Now, I know somebody gonna go try to set up a pillow in their bed for Idris Elba and fold the blanket. That's not gonna happen, so stop it. I keep talking. I think I got some old nasty women in my life, and I don't know how to deal with y'all, but it's okay. Y'all just behave yourself, okay? Because I think somebody in my life, you know, funky but want a husband, okay? Yeah, I see you. But it is magic. It's called manifesting. Nothing appears on the physical realm that does not first appear on the spiritual realm. So anything that you're trying to get, or if you're looking for something for your kitchen, anything, you go and you put the things in place around where you're going to put that item. That's magic. And every time you walk by that spot and look, your brain in your subconscious mind has already on the spiritual realm manifested that thing in that spot. You're going to put it in. You understand? So you keep on doing it. And yes, you will have it. Trust me. I've done it with a whole bunch of things in my life. I'm not playing. You can do it with a parking spot in front of your house. Like, let me put a cone right here because this is where my Land Cruiser is going to go. Yeah, you can do it. So that's part of your abundance, your prosperity. That's why you're rich, okay? You might have your bills paid and not have disposable income cash in your hands, but you have the ability to manifest things from the spiritual into the physical, anything you want. And then the well never runs dry. You don't end up going broke. But you're not rich either. So you don't even know how you somehow see things you want and you end up getting them and you're still not broke. Okay, so let me go ahead and jump in. What is the energy crowning this read? So you've got this crazy woman on your tail that's already been told it's over and to leave you alone and stop harassing you. And she is of East African descent. And she's got a whole bunch of fanciful thinking. She feels like you're beneath her because maybe you either have some blood in you from chattel slavery, or maybe your descendants are from chattel slavery. And she's looking at you like, why do you have spiritual abilities and gifts and I don't? You're not supposed to have this type of stuff. You understand? And apparently she got a low IQ. And she doesn't understand genetics. Okay, she does not understand genetics. You can have any genetics inside of you, regardless of where in the world you're born. Okay, a lot of people have no clue what they have inside of them until they do these DNA tests, and you would be shocked. Okay, what is the energy crowning this read? Okay. I don't know, this woman might be a Capricorn, or she might be demonically possessed. She might be a Capricorn, or she might be demonically possessed. Oh, wow. It fell right out. Okay, so she might be having a tower right now. Okay, what is the energy? So this might be, she's sad. She's so sad right now because she's mentally ill. This woman is mentally ill. Okay, and she can't let something go. It's like energetic wise. It's her emotions. This is a woman that has a hard time emotionally releasing certain things. So if this is envy and this is jealousy, it's like she can't let something go. She just can't. That's part of her mental illness. It's like, oh, I can't let it go. She probably, what I'm getting is, she probably has a mind parasite. She probably has a parasite with her fanciful ass thinking on her crown chakra. And when you have like a mind parasite, it causes you not to be able to be in control of your own thoughts. And you'll keep thinking of the same thing over and over and over and over and over again without being able to stop thinking about it, like racing thoughts. That's an actual spiritual entity attachment. That's it's a parasite. Okay, I've had them before. Okay, oh yes, you can have an entity attachment on you from childhood or from worrying and stressing too much, from operating out of fear and having a low vibration because you're operating out of fear of poverty. You understand? When I was worried about paying my bills, and I had a job stressing me out many years ago, and I kept thinking about the same problems over and over again, and how I felt like I was having a breakdown and I needed to rest, but I can't rest because if I stop working at my job, then everything's going to fall to the ground. And I started thinking about all the things that I had to, all the spinning plates. I know y'all heard of that before, being able to spin multiple plates and multitask at the same time. I had several things going on. You can relate if you have many bills, like if you're paying back, if you have car note, insurance, daycare, pay back your school loan, taking care of sick parents, mortgage, home insurance. You get what I'm saying? When you have multiple and children growing out their shoes and clothing, and then food, credit card spent out, for food, you have multiple spinning plates, but you're exhausted and you feel like you can't do it another day. But if you don't do it another day, sit in traffic on a public transportation or in your car for 2 to 4 hours, on the way to work and on the way back, and then still want to have a little bit of time to see your kids. If you don't do it another day, then all those spinning plates are going to start falling to the ground, and your whole life is going to be thrown out of whack. You understand? It's like an overload. So that's how I had an entity attachment on my crown chakra when I was younger, and I couldn't sleep at night. I just kept having like a merry-go-round, the same thought, the same reoccurring thought over and over and over again. And there was literally nothing that I could do about it in that moment while I was on my bed. I was supposed to go to sleep and get rest, but I just kept thinking about a certain bill that I knew I had to pay, whether it was daycare or whatever. Okay. And then when I got done with that, now I'm done thinking about that. The next slot would slide in another bill, something else stressing me out in my life. It was like a merry-go-round of all of my problems and issues, and it was going around all night over and over again during a time when I should have been sleeping. But instead, this entity attachment on my crown chakra that was a parasite, it just kept me up all night, exhausting me, eating and feeding off of my fear. And it's a parasite if the obsessive thought goes on for more than 2 minutes, then you need to meditate or pray. Because if there is nothing you can physically do about a problem that you have right then and there, you should not be thinking about it. Unless you're actually strategically doing some real problem solving, which you actually should do in meditation, depending on the type of meditation, then you shouldn't be thinking about it. If it's nothing you can do about it at 11 o'clock at night, take your ass to bed and release it and let it go. And if you can't let it go, you might have a parasite and you might need to anoint yourself or pray over yourself. Okay? So this woman has some kind of parasite, okay, on her mind, and she can't let go of you. She's obsessed about you with whatever this spiritual parasite on her mind is, because she's having a tower surrendering. It's over for you. Everybody knows that your gang stalking is over. Your contract is canceled. but she won't stop paying people money to still come and do things to you. What is the obstacle right now? Okay, I have the Emperor and the Star. Oh, wow. So is this some kind of boss? Somebody is being very childish about something. Interesting. What's the Star? Because they can't move forward with you. Okay. So the Six of Wands reverse is someone unable to move forward, someone that's not having victory and success. Okay. And someone is very sad and depressed because of it. So, okay, someone could be a Leo, someone could be an Aries. So the problem is there might be an Emperor energy here, or an Aries, or any other sign, or a boss that knows that you are the anointed one. You are the real star, whoever you are, okay? Clarify this Emperor. Justice, someone might be trying to still get away with some kind of injustice. So this woman, we're talking about this, whoever this East African woman is, she hired a man and a woman to help her to destiny swap. There were two people that were assigned to oversee your gang stalking, okay? One might be an Aries, the other might be a Leo. These two people were supposed to oversee your gang stalking in the past, okay, with the Six of Cups. But they failed because you were too strong, okay? Whatever they were supposed to do to you spiritually, with the help of gang stalking, they were not able to do a successful, destiny swap. They were not able to successfully tie your destiny the way they wanted to. And they're upset. Working out for me. Ciao. All right, we're back. So what's going on here? Is the people that she hired, they're not getting whatever money they were promised because the expectation was not met, which was a successful time of your destiny, okay? And whoever this Aries and Leo is, it's ruining their lives too. It's like a trickle-down effect, all right? So what happened in the recent past? And that's the obstacle. What happened in the recent past, please? So you've got this East African woman that feels like you don't deserve to have spiritual gifts and abilities because you're beneath her, okay? She hired a Leo and an Aries. She hired these two to oversee your gang stalking, but the expectation wasn't met. And they're not wanting to let go either because they didn't get paid their money, and they might be losing some kind of status. And somebody is aware of something. The Queen of Pentacles, somebody is aware. Somebody might have had a choice to make or a decision or something. Oh, and it's causing someone a lot of burdens. See, the King of Pentacles reverse is not someone that's spiritually ranked or chosen. A King of Pentacles in reverse, man or woman, is giving the energy of someone that's very shallow and superficial. They don't have any kind of spiritual ranking. This is someone that's overly materialistic. They obsess about name brand clothes, expensive cars. They're very shallow. They're not very spiritual. And they're selfish. They lack integrity. And whoever this person is, they're very burdened. They're very burdened because someone made a decision. Because they couldn't backstab and betray you. So someone had to make some kind of decision that's affecting them. Who's this Queen of Pentacles energy, please and thank you. Or someone is aware of something. Who's the Queen of Pentacles? Somebody wants to apologize. Somebody could be Indonesian. Somebody could be Korean, Okay. Somebody might be Korean or Indonesian. Okay. This is one of your ex's friends or family. Okay. So there might be somebody of either Korean descent or Indonesian. Now, you know, these cults have a lot of different people of different races. Okay. Someone is a Chinese hacker, and some of them work at the NSA. These are some of the people that might be hacking you, giving this person your locations, helping this person to cause blockages. Okay, yeah, here it is. It's coming out again. So these might be people that work at the NSA, okay, or just people that keep giving this woman access to you through some kind of job or resource they have. Somebody is Korean. I have the CIA too. So someone might work for the CIA, but someone is a Chinese hacker, someone is Indonesian, and someone is Korean. Okay, but they're aware someone has already made a decision, and something's already over, and that's causing this person a burden because they don't want to let go of something. Tell me more about the situation. It's a missed opportunity for this King of Cups energy. Okay, it's already a missed opportunity for whoever this person is. Clarify the King of Cups. Someone could be a father figure. King of Cups is Pisces energy. Someone could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, but the King of Cups is Pisces energy. Okay, someone's under judgment right now. This could be spiritual judgment or physical. All right. Why is this King of Cups under judgment? So this could be someone. Oh, so this was a spiritual or religious leader, a member of a church that I did the pre-shuffle. That's why I've been knowing other stuff already. Okay. So this King of Cups is a church member. Okay. It's a church member that was helping this woman in her pursuit of successfully tying your destiny so she could take it for herself. Okay. So, and they said it was a priest specifically. Okay. So this might be some kind of a priest. So the priest would be affiliated with like an Orthodox church or Catholicism or one of those churches, like Baptist, Christian, Presbyterian. These churches have pastors, okay? It's a little bit different than like an Orthodox Catholic church. The Orthodox churches and Catholic churches, they have priests, not pastors. They have priests. But the like Baptist, Apostolic, Presbyterian, and those type of churches, they have pastors, okay? It's a little bit of a, difference there. This is an actual priest. So this woman that's East African, maybe she's a part of some kind of East African Orthodox church or Catholic, okay? Because there was a priest that was trying to help her to spiritually to tie your destiny. But they realized it's a missed opportunity to be able to drain you, the Eight of Pentacles, or they don't have the skills to do this for her, okay? And somebody's the wounded warrior about something. Who's the Queen of Cups? Because they couldn't balance a situation. It could be a mother figure, okay? Somebody is still standing, the King of Swords. Somebody could be a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini, okay? Somebody's the wounded warrior, okay? Somebody might be a high priest or a high priestess, okay? There could be another high priest or high priestess here that could have been protecting you. They could have been protecting you from this woman because she's mentally unstable and she won't stop. Okay, that's what it is. So the Queen of Cups could be a man or a woman, could be a water sign, another water sign that's a priest or a priestess. This person has been trying to spiritually protect you from this woman because they know about what's going on. And there might be like some very disrespectful words, or someone could be having some very short and cut throat Someone could be very short and cutthroat with someone the way they're talking to them right now. Someone, because they can't persevere with an illusion. Okay, so this woman keeps paying people. You might have people like construction workers. You might have fake construction workers in your community somewhere that, even if they are doing work in your community, some of them are there to do spell work on you. Okay, this woman won't stop. She might be paying like construction workers that are around you in your home area to pretend like they're doing some work. She might even have hired them to do some fake work just so they can be close to you to do spell work on you. Okay? This woman has a serious mental illness and she cannot let something go. Okay? I don't know, she might feel weak. Someone could have Leo in their chart, powerless. Okay? Something is not an equal give and take. They feel defeated. Yeah, so okay. This woman has been hiring some blue collar workers in your community to pretend like they're doing landscaping or some kind of work in your community, but they're actually there to do spell work on you. But the spell work is not spelling, it's not working on you. And she's speaking to them disrespectfully. And that's why the Page of Swords in reverse is here. And it's not an equal give and take. It's not an equal exchange. They don't like this woman. They don't like this woman because she's mentally ill. She's still trying to get something done that's already over. And she's yelling and barking orders at these blue collar workers in your community that they're not doing the spell work. They're not working hard enough. They're not doing, and they are doing the spell work on you that they're supposed to be doing to the best of their ability. But the thing is, your spiritual ranking and protection, they can't touch you with any of that low vibrational spell work. It's not coming near, it's not touching you. So it's like, I'm trying to think, it's like someone like Mommy Dearest, or is it Sybil, where she was scrubbing something clean until her knuckles were bleeding. She's an oxymoron. She's an idiot. She's trying to get these people to do something that's impossible because of your spiritual ranking. And she's blaming the people she's paying and hiring for not having a skill, a talent, or being good enough at what they're doing, when it's not that they're not good at, I guess, doing their spell work or chanting or whatever they're doing. It's not that. It's your spiritual ranking. And I'm not taking up for them either, but I'm making a point here. She's yelling at the people she's paying, but because she's mentally ill, they don't know she's mentally ill. They don't have the same energy for this woman, but they don't know that this woman is mentally ill and is just refusing because she's stubborn and in her ego to accept that it's because of your spiritual ranking that they cannot come near you or touch you with witchcraft or any type of spell work. Okay? So, someone might be a Leo that keeps gaslighting someone. So, this could be this woman that hired this Leo and Aries. Okay? And it's like a trickle-down effect. If these two are not able to complete this destiny swap, which it's already past the time, it's over, it's not going to happen, then something happens where these two don't work together anymore, and this Leo ends up homeless or something like that, okay? Or this Emperor energy and this Leo, they separate, and whatever team they were, they're going down because they couldn't take you down. So not only is this woman upset that hired these people that they were not able to manage your game stalking and witchcraft attacks to bind and tie your destiny so she could do a successful destiny exchange with you. But this Leo is worried about being homeless and losing everything for not being able to do it successfully either. And this was her partner, whoever this Emperor energy is, because you're truly anointed in the star energy. Okay? So this Leo is emotionally manipulating, gaslighting, and being childish with the people that they've been hiring in your community to do spell work on you. But it's your spiritual ranking. All right, tell me more. Okay, someone could be a Libra as well with justice in reverse. The Four of Wands reverse. Someone could be getting kicked out of a house, or they're about to move. The Death card. Oh my. Something's coming to a complete end. Somebody could have Libra and Scorpio in their chart. Like they could be like a Libra sun, a Scorpio moon. They could be getting kicked out of a house right now with the Four of Wands reverse, or out of a marriage or a relationship because they couldn't backstab and betray you. Tell me about this Justice in reverse, Four of Wands reverse. What is this? They were trying to betray you with spell work, with death spells. Yeah, okay. We're bored. We're totally bored with the death spells, okay? Those of you all that are divine, that are literally laughing at the death spells, like if you see any of the people coming toward you, that's like they got one up on you or something, like they about to really do something, and then they do all these death spells. You know, and you just be shaking my head, shaking, you know, walking in and out your door like, oh, there they go again. Do they know how silly they look? You know, everybody that's been in spiritual warfare, like I have, y'all know what I'm talking about. All of y'all that have been dealing with this spiritual warfare where someone has been doing death spells on you for the last 3 years, nonstop. And it's to the point now where it's like a mosquito, and you just want to step on them like a bug or shoo them off. You know, it's that type energy. Because you know you're not going to die from any of the death spells. To them, it's a death spell. To you, it's a mosquito bite. You know, don't make me quote the Bible for you. Who are they to decree a thing if the Lord thy God has not ordained it and it come to pass? Who are they to decree a thing and it come to pass if the Lord thy God has not ordained it? You understand? Because I want you to die because I'm jealous of you and I want to steal from you spiritually. I want you to die. You gonna die? Are you kidding me? Just because that's your wish and your desire for me to die, I'm gonna do it? Child, if people died every time somebody wished they would die, child, people would be just dropping dead all over the place. Secretaries sleeping with their boss, the wife, or, child, people want people to die all the time. On the train ride to work in the morning in New York. I wish this man with his armpit over my whole head would just drop dead right now because we stuck on this crowded bus or train. Child, because you want somebody to die. You know, that means they get to die. So whoever you are, there's a Libra here that wanted you to die, and they felt like because that's what their desire was for you, you were going to die. But clearly, that's just fanciful thinking, okay? So they've been doing death spells on you, which is become a game to you because you're just entertained by it, like, that tickles. Like a tickle me Elmo. It's been going on for years. Those of you that have been in this spiritual warfare with me on this channel that have been attacked regularly by a coven, you understand the war that's been going on, where the veil has been completely obliterated now, and we're walking and living amongst the dead, like the zombies, the people that have sold their souls that are not there anymore. You understand what's going on, right? What's going on is people that truly have the anointing from God, however you define God, people with the real anointing that did their shadow work, that have spiritual gifts, ability, and spiritual ranking, that are just living and walking in their purpose. You've been under attack by people that were not born with those spiritual gifts, abilities, and spiritual ranking, that only practice witchcraft, that wish they were born with what you have, but they don't have the strength, desire, and the discipline to do the work. Okay? They do not have the discipline that it takes to tame their sexual energy, to tame and discipline their mind, to take accountability for how they showed up in the world and do the healing work to get that spiritual ranking that they want, to balance their dark and light energy. They don't have the spiritual discipline to do all those things. They want to still be able to live an undisciplined life, sleeping with whoever they want to sleep with, getting all kind of demonic spirits and carrying all kind of nasty energy on them. They don't want to practice spiritual hygiene. They still want to steal from people, and they still don't want to be fair. They still don't have love, empathy, and compassion. So their heart is not full of love. Their heart is closed, but they want a spiritual ranking. You understand? They want to be spiritually ranked like you, but they don't want to do the spiritual work. So these people are taking a shortcut, and they're doing witchcraft to steal the spiritual energy and power of those that are spiritually ranked, because they have love and forgiveness in their heart, empathy, compassion, because they've learned the lessons. They've asked for forgiveness for their sins. They walk in the upright. They treat people the way they would want to be treated. They know how to balance their masculine and feminine energy. They know how to have empathy and compassion with perfect boundaries too, and intellect and their mentalism. They're very intelligent. They're smart. Okay? They know how to balance their dark and light energy. You understand? They follow the golden rule. So that's the battle that has been going on, where the veil is gone now. You can see in broad daylight now who the witches and the warlocks are. They're not hidden anymore now. They walk amongst us, and you can sense their energy and their spirit. They have dead eyes. You know them when you run into them. You know them when you see them. Some of you can see demons on people's faces. You know them. You can see the demon on their face. Men and women, you can just instantly see it. And all you got to do, once they start coming toward you, scrunching up their face, about to say something stupid out their mouth to you, I rebuke you, get away from me. And they do, they scramble just like the demon they are, looking like a cockroach or a hyena. You know when someone is infested with demons because they didn't discipline their sexual energy. So they're full of all kinds of spirits that trigger their insecurities. Yes. Because they sleep with a whole bunch of unhealed people that transfer and trigger their insecurities that they haven't healed yet. To heal, you need to zip up your pants, young man, or close your legs, young woman. That's how you heal. The only way you can heal is by closing up that sexual energy. You need to keep your energy to yourself and isolate so you can go within. You can't do that and be, giving your energy out to unhealed people that keep reopening insecurities and wounds while you're trying to learn about them. Self-discovery, you're in self-reflection. They keep throwing your healing off, okay? So whoever you are, you're anointed, and you've been on this spiritual war ground or field with people that are not spiritually ranked, but they practice witchcraft. And that's why they've gotten together in teams in these cults and covens to do witchcraft, to go and rob the real spiritual community of the people that do have the healing energy and the wisdom and the mind of God. That's who the attack and the war has been on. Those of us that have real spiritual ranking that did the work. So that's what we're fighting. The goons, the goblins, the witches, the warlocks that are doing witchcraft on us. Give me what you got. Give me your energy. It's abundant and prosperous. Give me your prosperity. Give me your sacral energy. Give me. That's what they're doing. That's why they're catfishing and sending men and women toward you to try to see if they can have sex with you, to see if they can date you, so that they can plug right up, man or woman, and siphon your energy from you, your good energy. You know why it's sacred? Your sacral chakra, which governs your emotional body. You know why your emotional body is sacred And that sacred energy, it's, you know why it's sacred, which is why you don't give it to anybody and everybody. You can't really be divine and be having sex with anybody and everybody, because that's how you're able to manifest stability. Stability meaning a roof over your head, food on your table. All the things you need to survive on the physical plane is tied in directly to the energy you put out and your emotional stability. Your sacral and root chakra are your money-making chakras. And when they're all out of whack and you have huge energy leakages, it's going to affect your ability to be creative, to attract money towards you and to make money. And the next thing they want me to tell you real quick is, let me explain, because this was a quick short download I got over the weekend. Do you understand how two poor people living in the gutter that are of two different frequencies, how wealth and abundance finds you based on your vibration and your mindset? Let me explain how. Both of you, it's two men or it's two women, it doesn't matter. Both of you are living in the gutter. Both of you are impoverished, in poverty. Both of you have a small wooden stand and you're selling fruit. Both of you are selling fruits off of a stand. You pick fruit off this tree and you're barely surviving. You understand? You're barely surviving. But one has a very negative attitude and they only output negative energy. And they have a very low vibrational way of thinking, okay? That's very nasty. They have a nasty attitude and a mean disposition, okay? And they see everything as negative. So their frequency is very low. They carry a lot of anger inside of them and unforgiveness and resentment for people that are doing better than them. And they're jealous and envious even of the people patronizing them and buying stuff from them. So they have a certain energetic frequency. Now the other person, they're in the same predicament as the other. They have a little crate. They're selling fruit too, in poverty. But this is somebody that has done the mental work to heal themselves from whatever trauma they have. And this is someone that's optimistic. This is someone that abides in love. This is someone that's not jealous of their customers. This is someone that's not carrying bitterness and hate. So they're of a high vibration. And they're of a high vibration. So when the customers come by, they smile, they greet them. They're not angry and jealous of their customers and emitting that negative energy. They have a very high frequency and they smile and they're just grateful and have gratitude for their health and the fact that God has given them an opportunity to try to survive another day, regardless of what station they're at in life. Both of them don't have nothing though, but they're on two different frequencies. And along comes a businesswoman or a businessman that's running a very successful business. And they have an opportunity, but they're not thinking about it. But this is someone that's wealthy and they're of a high frequency. I'm going to explain this to you. When they go to the person to buy a piece of fruit that has the low vibration and low frequency, that's full of anger, resentment, and jealousy, and they snatch their money and throw the fruit at them here in a bitter way, okay? That wealthy person, they don't resonate with that person's frequency. You understand? They don't recognize that person as being connected to them, being one of their own. See, in science, the same energies like to vibrate together, like a tuning fork. Energies that are alike on the same frequency tend to vibrate together. So forth the saying, birds of a feather flock together. Things of the same vibration tend to mingle together with the same vibration. Now, when this wealthy businesswoman or man patronizes the other person, that even though they're impoverished, they're putting out the frequency that that wealthy business person is on. And they pick up on that person's frequency. And they recognize that person as someone that's on the same frequency as them. It's something subconscious. They see that person as one of their own. It's like a cat with newborn babies and they can smell their scent. Oh, you're one of mine. You belong with me. And when they pick up on the other person's high frequency, they offer them a job. You know what? I have a company. You would be perfect in my customer service department. I would like you at my front desk, my front office. And if you do well, it'll lead to another opportunity. I would love to hire you. You're one of mine. You're one of my people because I'm picking up on your frequency. You're my brethren or you're my sister. I can tell because I recognize you because we're matching frequencies. Regardless of whether you're in poverty or not, this is how you attract wealth. You attract wealth based on your vibration, your frequency, which is set by your state of mind, which is set by how much love, empathy, and compassion you have in your heart that allows that vibration because of the energy going all the way up to the top that you're emitting out. So when the wealthy business person that has a great opportunity approaches the low frequency person and the high frequency person, they recognize their own frequency and see that person as one of their own kin, and they offer them an opportunity. You see? So money and opportunities, abundance and prosperity, it is a frequency. And that's why some people tend to move up in the world and doors open and people don't understand why. What's going on? Are you doing witchcraft? Why is doors opening? I've been on this fruit stand for 10 years and you came here for only 6 months and someone already offered you an opportunity and you're already on your way to bigger and better things. And I've been still in this position forever. You have to adjust your frequency to a higher frequency, regardless of how the situation looks. It's spiritual, okay? So this is the reason why your energy is sacred. Your sacral energy that governs your emotional body, it's very sacred and important that you guard it, you protect it. You don't let everybody dip inside it sexually because they'll dirty it and taint it. And because they'll mess with your emotions. The sacral chakra governs your emotional body, and it'll mess up your frequency, which will mess up your opportunities, abundance, prosperity, and money, and what you're able to attract and connect with. Okay? So, whoever this Libra death energy is, they might be getting kicked out of a house right now because of a crime they committed. The Page of Pentacles in reverse and the Four of Wands reverse. Okay, what's this Page of Wands? All right, so in the past, there's something here or someone from the past that they were connected to. Okay, someone that emotionally manipulated or gaslit them, someone that was being very childish, that made them an offer, or they made this person an offer to take action, to take some kind of action. This could be a Leo, or to expose something. What is the Sun? Someone wasn't thinking right, and they were defensive. Somebody might have offered somebody something to expose someone or something, but somebody was defensive against something or closed off to something, the Hermit reverse. So somebody might have connected with somebody and asked them to expose something, but they could not balance, they couldn't balance the situation. And now someone can't recover. What is the Nine of Wands reverse? Someone that didn't think about a situation correctly. Instead, they took the destructive route. So somebody might have offered somebody, somebody might have told somebody to go ahead and expose whoever hired them to do something to you. But instead, they chose to take the destructive route, to take very quick action to see if they could still get away with something, okay? And they kept attacking you. They were closed off emotionally, and somebody cut them off. So it's like one partner might have told someone, look, the gig is up. This person is spiritually ranked. We can't do anything to them. And the other person was like, I don't care. I'm going to keep on trying. I think if we just keep doing death spell after death spell, nonstop, back to back to back, what we'll do is we'll do death spells in shifts. I honestly believe, and this is where the tomfoolery, the fuckery, and the foolishness is. They said, if we do death spells in shifts for a week straight during the full moon, I'm sure we can take them out. Baby, you don't know my God. Come on, y'all throw it up in my live, damn it. Oh, baby, you don't know my God. My God. My connection to source. My protection. My higher self. However you define God to be in your life, whether it's God, whether it's Allah, whether you practice Judaism, whether you're a shaman, regardless of how you connect to God, your higher self. Karma. You don't know my God. Clearly, you don't know my God. Because your goofy ass thought that if you hired several people and spent all this money, okay, so you're going to take first shift like it's a goddamn security company you working for. Yeah, I've worked security before. Baby, as long as I'm making an honest living and paying the bills, child, ain't no shame in the damn thing I've ever worked or done. It's like one of them damn security jobs where you work first shift 6 to 2, second shift 2 to 11, and then the overnight shift 11 to 6 in the morning. You understand? Somebody orchestrated all this. They had an opportunity to walk away from what they were doing to you, but they came up with this genius plan that if we, by the full, start like 3 days before the full moon, and do a death spell, bury something by their car or wherever they live. If we do death spells in shifts, in 3 shifts, the morning shift, the evening shift, and the overnight shift, and just keep doing death spell after death spell, nonstop for a whole week, starting 3 days before the full moon, I bet you, I know I can get it done. And they did it. That's exactly what these fools did. Death spell after death spell in shifts, like they work for Verizon or something, and it's a call center in East India that takes over during the night. I mean, come on, man. Or a call center in Indonesia or something. You know, this is what they were doing with spell work too. Those of you all that were isolated and gang stalked and they were trying to energy harvest from all over the place to maintain and keep your energy down. They had people in other countries doing spell work in shifts. This is the reason why that weather hit Indonesia and other places all over the globe, in Cuba, when they started having them rolling blackouts all over the place. Look at my other readings. Because these cults that are connected to a secret society worldwide, they thought that they were being strategic and organized, just like these call centers, in having different sects and cults in different countries so that they could be doing spell work and shifts, trying to drain and hold divine one's energy down. Because a lot of y'all have a lot of abundant energy that you haven't even felt the fullness of your energy, because you don't realize there are whole up to 300 people chanting on your energy in shifts around the clock. You don't even realize this is going on all over the world with people that have your picture and your name, because you're just that powerful. And how long this has been going on. Why you might feel drained and tired if you're spiritual and you don't know enough to practice spiritual hygiene and protect yourself and call your energy back and anoint your lower back. Your lower back, where your tailbone is, all the way up to above your kidneys, from your root chakra, sacral, solar plexus, and anoint yourself in the front, or pray over yourself to protect yourself before you go to bed, spiritually and physically, in the dream state. No one may siphon my energy as I rest. No energy may be siphoned from my root or sacral chakra or solar plexus chakra. No one may attach any cord to my root or sacral chakra as I sleep this night. No one may call on my spirit in the dream state to have sex with me or to bind me to any contract or agreement of witchcraft. You understand? You got to pray and speak it every night, your protection. It's like putting on the whole armor of God. Okay? No one may speak any incantation of witchcraft to call my energy to them. And when you wake up in the morning, still call your energy back. because they've had people, for powerful people they've identified that they've isolated by money, by controlling your finances, controlling where you could live and work. Yeah, they've had people chanting on you. So somebody is the wounded warrior. They're getting evicted right now. They're getting put out of their place right now. They're the wounded warrior. They're completely exhausted from trying to sacrifice you, and they just don't believe that all those death spells did not work. Even doing death spells in shifts nonstop, when the energy is the highest, 3 days out of the full moon, they was doing it, chanting, shifts. And you probably was sitting somewhere with a bowl of almond milk made ice cream, having yourself a good old time, just laughing at how they had to work, doing all that spell work on you while you enjoying your life. You know, it's like they doing much harder work than you. You glad you don't have to do it. And then to find out it didn't work, how butthurt are you? How butthurt are you to find out you've been chanting for hours and only to find out that you didn't get one bit of the energy, the person didn't even get touched, the person is completely protected and nothing happened and you're completely drained. That's the wounded warrior, when somebody's been chanting witchcraft on you and they're completely drained and tired, and then they pick up the phone to call you from a fake insurance company or some kind of fake dead number to see, because they're hoping they'll hear a sniffle. They're hoping that you'll sneeze or you'll sound drained, like, hello. They're just hoping to hear some confirmation that at least something happened, because they've been chanting witchcraft for hours, looking at your picture with a candle, with your name, with salt surrounding the candle, piece of paper. And then they call you from one of them numbers on the phone, hoping you answer so that they could take your temperature, and you answer the phone. Hello? You don't know how bad you just hurt that person. Hello? Hi, how are you? Hello? Hello? Child, you can gave somebody a heart attack because they are completely drained. It takes a toll on their body because they don't have that much energy to start with. You got to believe me when I tell you they don't have that much energy to start with. Why do you think they're trying to take yours? They don't even have the energy to start with. They're already at a deficit when they start doing the witchcraft to try to call your energy or to try to take you out of here. And now the little bit of energy they didn't even have, now they half dead. They half dead, literally. And that's when they'll turn to sex. You understand? This is why you need to discipline your sexual energy, because there are witches and warlocks out here that already are at a deficit energetically, spiritually. And when they go out on a hiatus, trying to drain the energy of highly ranked spiritual people, and they fail, they were already at a deficit and now they're completely drained. So how do they rejuvenate? They're looking for someone to have sex with so they can drain their energy. That's the quickest way. So if it's a man, he might look for a prostitute, but that empty bag is not going to have a whole lot of energy in it. So he might start calling different women or offer to take him out on a date. He's searching for anyone he can quickly plug into and drain their energy. If it's a woman, she's looking for anybody. She's looking for a high-spirited man that she can seduce. She wants to seduce any man that will have sex with her, and she's thirsty and desperate to quickly drain a man's energy sexually. That's why just because someone offers you sex doesn't mean you should take it. Just because as a man, somebody offers to have sex with you for nothing, how do you know it's for nothing? How do you know they're not doing some kind of exchange spiritually with you with intention? It's dangerous out here. Okay? Protect yourself. All right, Holy Divine Spirit, what are the messages? What are the messages, Holy Spirit? What are the messages? Happy Monday, y'all. I just want to say that happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back. I'm so happy to see everybody. What are the messages, Holy Divine Spirit? What are the messages? Okay. Okay. Someone just wants revenge. Elon Musk. Wow. Excuse me, I have to. This fell on the floor. Trade school. School age, college, trade school. I'm not making this stuff up. Y'all know Elon Musk is a Cancer. I think July 1st might be his birthday or something like that. This is their potential love interest. No sex or dating yet. How? Energy weapons. Oh boy. That's what that download was I got. Okay. The Spirit gave me a download the other day that Elon Musk had arranged for energy weapons to be used on somebody to punish them for exposing him and what he's had his hands in. Even though people already know what Elon Musk has been doing, they already know, it's not a secret, but it's a little more confirmation, it's a little more confirmation when you see his name pop out, like doing cards or something like that. You can't get around that. You can't, oh, that's a card trick. That's just a card trick. That's not a real psychic, or that person's just talking. A whole lot of people can make speculation about what someone's doing. Yeah, but when you see the cards pop out and your name pop out, it's kind of hard to deny that. People know the truth about you. So somebody wanted revenge, and they had someone come and use an energy weapon on them to harm and hurt them. This could have been recently. They had someone shoot them in the head with an energy weapon to punish them for running their mouth. Okay? And they just wanted revenge. So, of course, I'm going to start with Elon Musk. Okay? Because y'all see he's the one that popped out here. How? How? Child, you ain't seen nothing yet. Baby, what we tell y'all about between now and 2030, it's only a matter of time when they're not going to hide these energy weapons anymore. They're just going to come out with them and use them in the open unapologetically. I'm telling y'all, it's not that far off. They could still squat in homes, empty houses around you, and point the energy weapons at your head like they've been doing. But it's only a matter of time before they're not going to feel like they need to hide anymore. The way they have things in place, it's only a matter of time. They're not going to feel like they need to hide anymore. In a little while, they're just going to bring all the energy weapons out like it's nothing. They'll get rid of the police. You'll see. They're going to get rid of the police, bring the energy weapons out, and be like, oh, baby, I can make your head explode with this. If you don't go sit down, we'll take all of y'all out, the whole group. Oh, they have it. Yes, they have that technology. They're just still being cool with it because they might be reinforcing their boundaries for right now. All right, what's how? They'll be closing in on everybody soon. Y'all are going to see. Y'all are going to see. They're already playing games with people's passports. They're already playing games with Americans' passports right now, canceling them, suspending them by accident. And don't be shocked if you're a person whose energy that system was heavily dependent on. Don't be shocked if your passport accidentally gets canceled or on suspension or something. And they're like, oh, well, no, back to America. You can't come. No, you can't leave the country. Yeah, well, you've got to, we're backed up. It's going to take a year or 6 months before we can fix this problem. Don't be surprised, y'all. People whose energy they want to hold on to, do not be surprised. They're already starting because they feel the panic in the air. A whole bunch of people running to Thailand and all over the place. They feel the panic. They already feel the panic going on, y'all. Spell work done to get you to spend or waste money. So somebody's doing spell work, and I got a download about this earlier. So someone is doing spell work. You were declared incompetent in court, unbeknownst to you, messing with your car, engine, tire, or brake. Okay. Child, somebody's trying to get you. Look, it's like getting to the point. I'm going to tell you, it's getting to the point where they're just going to ignore all rules and all laws and be like, never mind, just reverse this judgment. Say this person's mentally ill and go pick them up right now. I don't care. Pick them up. If they get to screaming, stick them with a needle. We're just going to do the paperwork, push it through, and we're going to just put them away. We need their energy. I don't care. I heard of a woman either in New York or New Jersey that said she got pulled over by the police one day. She said she got pulled over by the police. They pulled her out of her car. And she's like, why you're arresting me? And they took her to a mental institution. And they injected her with a needle with something and said that someone had custody of her or something, that someone had guardianship over her. This was a regular woman just going to work that had a child, and they did this to her. They tracked her down. So she might have had something they really wanted to study or whatever, something in her genetics or whatever. I don't know what became of that woman, but she was trying to get exposure on YouTube and scream for help because, you know, the police, the hospitals, the judges, the mental health evaluators, social workers, all of them work together. All of these zombies that have been bitten literally work together. And I could literally see in a little amount of time them completely ignoring the truth about a lot of you all and just starting to drag the people with the most energy that they want to institutions, like just locking y'all up. I don't care if you're smarter than me. I don't care if you're more intelligent. I don't care if you're working. I don't care if you have a family. This relative of yours has guardianship, and they told us that you were having suicidal thoughts, so we have to put you up. Literally, I can see them doing it. That's why a lot of people are starting to panic. A lot of people are starting to panic and trying to get away. There was one woman that I was in communication with for a little while, and I don't know if she's still okay. I think she was in New Orleans, and she was going through something similar like that. She was on my channel, and they caught her, and there was nothing wrong with this woman. I spoke to her several times. It was nothing wrong with her, but they caught her and put her in the hospital and had her all drugged up, and then put her up under her mother's care. Someone that had no mental issues, no issue, a full-grown woman, but they were trying to close in on her because she was the high priestess and they wanted to use her energy. And she couldn't get away from them in time. I think she was in Louisiana. She was living in Louisiana, and they did this to her. Okay? And I don't know if she's okay right now, but they got her where they wanted her at. She got to the point where she was living in her car. She was living in her car. She was in Louisiana, and she was avoiding everybody because they were trying to close in on her so that they could, lock her up in an institution where they could drug her up and they could nonstop keep using her energy. They could drain her energy and just keep on draining her energy like a human battery. And they caught her. Okay? I don't know if she got free now, but I hope she's okay. Whoever she is. I hope she's all right. All right. So spell work done to get you to spend or waste money. You were declared incompetent in court, and they're messing with your car. Wow. All right, so tell me about this. You were declared incompetent in court. So somebody might have recently gotten a judgment over somebody. A King of Cups. This could be a father figure. They could not balance a situation. Somebody could have said you was a prostitute. That's what they always try to say. When someone, a very common one that they'll utilize with men and women, but I think a lot of women, they'll go to court and they'll say that you were essayed as a child and you're mentally ill because of some sexual abuse. And they'll say you're a prostitute with a mental illness, and they'll get an order over you because of it. But in order to get away with that, they'll try to get you out of the house. If you have an apartment, if you have a house, if you have stability, they're going to try to gang stalk you to make you lose your job, lose your stability. If they can get you living in your car, perfect. Perfect recipe for what they're trying to do. So I feel like somebody might have said you were a prostitute and you couldn't balance it, or who couldn't balance the situation. This is a father figure so the King of Cups is emotionally intelligent. So this is someone that's emotionally intelligent that people would respect what they have to say. Because they literally need somebody that is respectable, whose word people will respect what they say. You understand? Someone with a good reputation. So maybe that King of Cups energy is either a father figure, or that could be a priest in a church, okay? Like we were talking about earlier, I clarified the King of Cups, and it was some kind of priest in a church that was working with this woman that wanted to tie your destiny spiritually, that hired that Leo and Aries, okay? What's the Two of Pentacles reverse? Someone couldn't balance a situation. Who's the Queen of Cups? Clarify the Queen of Cups. Someone that's single, a Nine of Pentacles. All right, so this is a Nine of Pentacles that's single, and they're in a mental imprisonment. Oh, wow. So it looks like somebody, and they feel defeated. All right, so somebody could be a water sign that was trying to help you, okay, that knew what these people were trying to do, but they might have went ahead and just declared you incompetent in court anyway, because they want your energy and your destiny that bad. So it looks like somebody went ahead and did something in court anyway against you. So somebody, if you're on the run, or if there are people trying to keep track of you, I don't know where you are in the world, but if they're doing this to you in the US and you don't want to end up in an institution, you might have to just renounce your citizenship. You know you can do that, and then they can't do nothing to you. You know, if you're in the United States of America, you know you can give up your citizenship if you want to. I mean, you better have some good survival skills and figure out, I know some people are going to Canada and other places, but this is why. This is why a lot of people are trying to run right now, because the gig is up. Everybody knows out in the open what they're doing, and people that have been targeted might be trying to, like, you ever seen someone taking little steps to the right? People might be like trying to take their money out the bank and take a few steps, and people are trying to get away right now. Okay, especially if they were already targeting you. Yes, if you can get out of America, only if you're in an emergency situation, like if these people are closing in on you, okay, you can renounce your American citizenship, and then they have no more connection or tie to you. They can't come and get you and be like, well, that's an American over there, and they are mentally, so we have to come and bring them back because so-and-so has guardianship. No, I'm no longer an American citizen. Nope, I'm no longer an American citizen, so don't worry about me no more. Go on about your business. What business do y'all have with me? I'm not an American citizen anymore. You understand? So somebody went ahead, even though it's nothing wrong with you. Somebody went ahead and had you declared incompetent in court without, of course, your knowledge. Anyway, they did it anyway. Baby, you could have a high-paying job. You could be doing anything. You could own rental property, all kinds of stuff. But somebody said, I don't care. We're just going to do it anyway. We're just going to go ahead and have you declared incompetent in court anyway. And we're going to empty your bank accounts once we put you in a mental institution. And we're going to steal all your money. These people are demonically possessed. Spell work. Someone's doing spell work to get you to spend or waste money. So someone's trying to do spell work on you, the 10 of Pentacles reverse, so you lose all your money. And they're doing spell work on your transportation. All right, who's doing all this? Who's doing all this, Holy Spirit? All right, someone that can't regulate their emotions. Somebody that got some kind of emotional issues. Tell me about this person doing all this, Holy Spirit. You know, if the cancer pop out, it's Elon Musk. Because he's that desperate to experiment on your DNA, that desperate to take your energy. Someone's emotionally immature and irresponsible. Tell me about this Queen of Cups reverse energy. Someone is lustful, seduce mode. See, somebody wants to fuck you. And I'm sorry, but I'm not. This is nasty. Somebody feels like if they can declare you incompetent in court, and make you go broke, and they can get you in a mental institution, they'll be able to have sex with you. Oh, this is disgusting. See, because they're traumatized and fragile, and they're mentally or physically weak-willed. Somebody's traumatized, fragile, mental and physically weak-willed, and they really, really want to have sex with you really bad. Oh, yuck, that is disgusting. Somebody's coming after somebody to put them in a mental institution because they want to have sex with them. That's why. That's sick. And they're closed emotionally right now. The 5 of Cups. Who is this? Who is this person closed emotionally because they want to be able to have sex with you? They want to put you in a mental institution and for you to go broke so that they can have sex with you. The Page of Swords. Is this an Aquarius? Clarify. No, I'm going to get to the bottom of this mess. This is disgusting. See, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. And I'm sorry. I love my men and women, but I'm sure this is a man doing this. I'm 100% like on Maury Povich. I'm 1,000% sure he's the father. I'm 1,000% sure this is a man doing this. See, this is why you cannot leave unhealed, karmic, barbaric men that don't have control over their sexual energy to their own devices and put them in positions of authority with absolute power. Because this is how they'll abuse power. Going around snatching up women, putting them in mental institutions because they won't willingly have sex with you. Who is this person? We gotta know. Who is this person that went ahead and had you declared incompetent in court because they want to have sex? Your light triggers them. They hate the fact you can afford to take care of yourself. It's someone in your family that wants to have sex with you. Confirmation. That's it. There's somebody in your family that wants to have sex with you. I have a black woman, a prostitute. Somebody, you could be a black woman. They could be telling people that you're a prostitute. Someone could be in the military or the army, the CIA. There's someone in your family that wants to have sex with you. And that's why they want you in a mental institution. Who is it? They might even be connected to the CIA, like I said in the beginning of the reading. Who's this person in your family that wants to have sex with you? Your stepfather. Somebody might be in the FBI. Okay, so there's a Korean in the FBI. Remember I told you the people that were helping whoever this East African woman is that wanted your spiritual ranking, was someone that's Indonesian that could work for the CIA or NSA or whatever, and someone that's Korean that works for the FBI. And I know this Korean FBI energy because it's been in and out of my readings for the last 3 years. You can go back and look. I have a reading titled "This Korean FBI Agent That's Coming in Your Community Doing Spell Work on You" with a West African. I did that 2 years ago. This Korean FBI agent has been working together with someone Indonesian and other people too. Somebody's stepfather might want to have sex with them, and they might be working with someone in the CIA. These are co-workers. Somebody could be South American as well. Ew. So maybe this is a step parent of yours that wants to have sex with you. Ugh. And that's why they want you in a mental institution for somebody. Who is this person that wants to have sex with somebody? That's why they're trying to get them put into a mental institution. That's disgusting. A young man, 18 to 35. Someone could be a young man, 18 to 35. This person is slow on your mom's side of the family. So there could be someone on your mom's side of the family that might be slow. They could be between the age of 18 to 35. Okay, there you go. This is disgusting. Oh, come from Elon Musk and an Eritrean. I can't make this shit up. Y'all, I cannot make it up. Here's Elon Musk ass coming out again a second time. Okay, so I'm going to clarify Elon Musk once again. All right, and hopefully I won't get shot in the head with energy weapons. Okay. And the East African might be someone that's Eritrean or Ethiopian or Somalian, but Eritrean is here. I told you it's an East African woman that feels like, because whoever I'm talking to, I don't think you were born on the African continent. I think you are from, I feel like you have genes, your genetics might have African genetics, but you're born in America or a European country or something, okay? And you have some spiritual ranking, gift, or ability, okay? And somebody has a colorism issue, whoever this East African is, they could be Eritrean, they feel some kind of way. A black woman that might have been communicating with your ex. Okay, so somebody in your family wants to have sex with you. Your mom's side of the family, someone is slow. Someone is South American. Somebody is Korean FBI agent. Somebody is your stepfather. Or someone could be claiming to be your stepfather. I don't know. These people are all co-workers. The CIA. All right. So tell me about Elon Musk. Tell me about Elon Musk. Elon Musk is the one that doesn't want to let go. Didn't I tell you he was behind all this shit? I'm sorry if it's noisy. It's raining, and these rooftops are metal, so they're very loud when it rains. Didn't I tell you Elon Musk is the one behind sabotaging those of you that have spiritual ranking, light, energy, and power, very abundant, fertile, sacral energy in your womb? Those of you that have done your shadow work, those of you that have a certain aura and light, it's Elon Musk that wants to hold on to you and to keep you stuck wherever you are in America or wherever you are. And he don't want you to get out of America or escape, because he wants to isolate you and use, what do you call them? Decoys. He wants to use these decoy energies that are a part of these cults and covens in your environment so you won't know it's coming directly from him. But it's actually coming from Elon Musk and the people that he works together with that want your light, they want your power, and they want your energy so that they can experiment with your African DNA. That's what they're doing. And yes, you can be Hispanic, you can be white, you can be of other races with African DNA inside of you. But whoever you are, he wants to study the amount of light inside of you and your energy. Tell me what else. What is Elon Musk's obstacle? The King of Wands reverse. What is Elon Musk's obstacle? The King of Wands reverse. Somebody has pulled their energy away from a King of Wands reverse. So either you pulled your energy away from somebody that was supposed to see if they could get control over your mind and be like a playboy or a playgirl so that they could be in a relationship with you based off of sex. In other words, somebody thought they were going to dominate you sexually so that they would have access on a regular basis to your sexual energy. The King of Wands reverse is someone that will try to control people with sex. Okay? So either you walked away from a King of Wands reverse that thought they were going to dominate you sexually and have some kind of sexual relationship with you, or they walked away from you or something. Somebody walked away. So the obstacle is somebody walked away. And you not being sexually available to anybody is causing Elon Musk a burden. The 10 of Wands. You not being sexually available to anyone is causing Elon Musk a burden because he can't bribe them with money to give them your energy. And this is the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I can't lie on this platform. This is giving you the clarity, the confirmation, and the truth that Elon Musk asked, and I know I'm going to get hit with an energy weapon again tonight, but Elon Musk is the one behind your gang stalking, and he's the one that's been trying to isolate you and pay people to orchestrate things against you so they can have sex with you, so they can put you into, so that they can put you in a mental institution, so that they can have sex with you in a mental institution. And it's nothing you can do about it because you're going to be too drugged up. And if you're drugged up, then they can spiritually access you, and multiple of them can spiritually drain your sexual energy on the spiritual realm. They'll hook up to you like you're a cow with udders, and they'll start milking you spiritually like you have nipples. I'm so sick of this energy. It's disgusting. This is why people are running from America. This is exactly why people are trying to run from America quietly. It's only a matter of time before they come out in the open with this. Okay? Talk to me about these energy weapons. Somebody might be stressed out right now. And they might be drowning in their emotions. So somebody might be stressed out. They're using energy weapons on somebody right now to cause them a burden because somebody was expecting something or waiting for something. A 9 of Pentacles, a 10 of Pentacles. Who's this person they're using energy weapons on right now? This 9 of Pentacles energy, the 10 of Pentacles. I don't mean to tell nobody what to do, but for some people, it might be time to get the hell out of America. When it starts getting this bad, I'm writing my code, y'all. Give me a minute. When it starts getting this bad, it's time for some people to get the hell out of America. He really, really, really wants to study African DNA. Listen to me. Listen to me, collective. Remember in the beginning of the reading, I was talking about race being a construct of man. He wants to study African DNA in Africans, but also African DNA in, even though race is a construct of man, in anyone that has certain concentrations of different DNA inside of you. Regardless of what your race is, if you have a certain type of DNA inside of you, that's what he wants to study. You understand? Who is this nine of pentacles, 10 of pentacles right here? Who is this 9 of pentacles, 10 of pentacles? Who's this 9 of pentacles, 10 of pentacles that they're using energy weapons on right now? They might be using energy weapons on somebody right now. Somebody could be Puerto Rican. Somebody could be Central African. Somebody could be Central African. Somebody could be Puerto Rican. This could be the person they're using energy weapons on, or this could be who they're using to use the energy weapons on you. Clarify energy weapons. 9 of Pentacles. There could be a Puerto Rican up around you, or someone of Central African descent up around you using energy weapons on you right now. Let's go. Clarify energy weapons. Who's this 9 of Pentacles? A pastor. Clarify this 9 of Pentacles energy. Your cousin. This is about your friends. So I don't know, a pastor. Somebody might have a cousin that might be a pastor, and they might have some friends. A priest, specifically, co-workers, and an iPhone Android employee, of course. This is someone's son, an ally or associate that they're working with or collaborating with on this, and someone Chinese. So these are the people that have come together to use energy weapons on you. I'm hearing somebody's cousin is connected to the CIA. Somebody might have a cousin who might have had a parent that had a career in the CIA, and they're a part of this secret society cult. Your cousin's friends, or someone's cousin's friends. Somebody is a pastor. Somebody is an iPhone or Android employee. And there is a priest specifically. So they have not given up on trying to help this East African Eritrean to steal your gifts. Tell me about this iPhone or Android employee. Someone is burdened right now. Tell me about this iPhone. Something got illuminated. Okay, so somebody got exposed. An iPhone or Android employee got exposed for mirroring your phone for somebody. Okay, and something got balanced for you, so you got justice. So somebody's been watching your phone and you got justice for what they were doing. Okay, and what about this priest specifically? The reason it says priest specifically is because I want you to understand this is two different people. One is a pastor and one is specifically a priest. Tell me about this priest. Tell me about this priest specifically. Yeah, the priest keeps doing spell work on you. There is a priest Could be a Pisces that's connected to this Eritrean, okay? And whoever this Eritrean is, that's who wants to steal your spiritual abilities and gifts, okay? But the spell work the priest keeps doing on you keeps on backfiring. That priest might be a Pisces. Tell me about this pastor. A pastor might be getting divorced or moving out of a house. They're under judgment. A page of pentacles. They're in a mental imprisonment about going into poverty or having to begin something again. A king of cups. Oh, they want me to clarify. This might be someone connected to the person in your family, a stepfather that wants to have sex with someone they're trying to put in a mental institution. Somebody's stepfather wants to have sex with them. Somebody's stepfather has been working together with the pastor to get them into a mental institution because your stepfather wants you in a position where he can have sex with you, whether this is spiritually on the spiritual realm or the physical realm. You know, if you're in a mental institution, they might forcibly put you on medications that might put you into a mental state where you can't even spiritually protect yourself. So if people are coming and astral projecting to you to siphon your energy and do things to you sexually on the spiritual realm, you're like open bait, open field. They can do it. Tell me about someone's cousin. Tell me about your cousin. Your cousin is going into poverty. Someone's cousin is in the Five of Pentacles. This is the King of Pentacles and a Queen of Wands. Someone could be a fire sign or earth sign. Okay. Yeah, somebody's about to, these could be two cousins of somebody. Yeah, because they are pulling their energy out of something. Yeah, it's bad karma. Yeah, because these people got bad karma. So Elon Musk involvement was, Elon Musk was relying on these people to orchestrate something whereby you would be in a marriage or relationship or dating somebody, or you would be so desperate because you were gang stalked into poverty and attacked by a cult spiritually, where you would lose everything, okay, from all the spiritual attacks, and you wouldn't be able to work. You'd be sick or just exhausted, that you would be open to having sex with someone that will breadcrumb you to help you pay your bills. And that way he could experiment with your energy as much as he wants, because the person that would come toward you would be working for him indirectly. He probably would never meet Elon Musk, but indirectly he would be funneling your energy through a cult that he's connected to sexually up to wherever they're studying divine energy with this whole Vatican science thing they have going on. You know, the church and science, metaphysics, metaphysical sciences, this is something that they study together, you know. So Elon Musk has walked away from you because you will not have sex with a King of Wands reverse, that they were trying to get to catfish you. So they can't get you. Okay, so this is their potential love interest, no sex or dating yet. This must be the person that was coming toward you to try to have sex with you, okay? This is who this energy is. Clarify, yeah, that's Elon Musk, the Eight of Cups reverse, because someone didn't want to let something go because he was paying good money. He was paying really good money. That's why someone didn't want to let something go. And they were sending someone they thought you would be attracted to toward you to have sex with you so that they could drain your sacral energy, your sacred energy. Who's this person that just wanted revenge? That might have to do with the energy weapons. Clarify, just wants revenge. someone that, because someone is disappointed that they couldn't plan something around you, they might have used energy weapons on you in the past week or two. Yeah, somebody used the energy weapons on you just being petty because they wanted revenge, because they're mad because they couldn't trick you, and because you understand and know the game, and they're closed emotionally, or you're closed emotionally. Yeah. So they used energy weapons. Now they're moving on to calmer waters. So if someone used energy weapons on you in the past week, they would have been posted up around wherever you live at. Okay, squatting. It could have been a Puerto Rican that was coaching someone of Central African descent on how to hold an energy weapon on you. And the reason they were doing that is, again, because they were just bitter because they lost. They wanted to be able to drain your energy, but you understand who's behind it, why they're doing it. You already know they're sending people to catfish you, to try to have sex with you. You're aware of these things. So you beat them at their game, and they're just throwing a tantrum. So whoever was using the energy weapon on you, they're moving on to calmer waters now. But the whole thing is they're throwing a tantrum because it's like the tantrum that Rumpelstiltskin threw when the woman that wanted to be a divine feminine, but she couldn't glean straw into gold, and Rumpelstiltskin did the spell work and the alchemy. When Rumpelstiltskin did the alchemy and turned straw into gold so that the prince would marry her because she's abundant and she could turn straw into gold, she was the alchemist. She would seem like she was the divine feminine. She was supposed to give her firstborn baby as a sacrifice for that to Rumpelstiltskin. And when she guessed his name, it broke the contract, and he threw a tantrum. He started breaking stuff, kicking stuff, overturning tables, kicking the trees. All right, give me a second, y'all. I just have to get my little charcoal here because we're getting ready to do this prayer in just a minute. So I'm going to pull a final message in just a minute. So yeah, they wanted revenge. That energy, if someone just recently used an energy weapon on you, it could have been someone Puerto Rican that could have been training someone on how to use an energy weapon. That was just like a final hit against you because you beat them, because you won. You figured out their game plan. You figured out what they wanted to do. You figured out, oh shit. You figured out what the game plan was. You realized what they were trying to get away with. You can see straight through false people. They're not fooling you. Okay, they can't trick you. And they're mad because of it. So they decided they would throw a tantrum. And that's what it was. They used an energy weapon on you for a couple of days because that was Elon Musk's way of throwing a tantrum, because he can't have your energy. Because you're a human being that is capable of feeling pain. You're a human being that is a sovereign soul. You are the living woman or the living man. And you're capable of feeling pain, emotions, wanting to pursue your own life as a sovereign citizen or a sovereign soul of earth. You know, and nobody has control over you. No one has rights to you, your soul, or your energy. You're free to move about, okay? Spiritually and otherwise. Give me a final message, Holy Divine Spirit. Give me a final message. That was him throwing a tantrum. So if Elon Musk has the ability to try to have control over people's energy, and then if they refuse and say no, well, I'm going to use an energy weapon on you. You wonder why people are running from America. It's like a 5-year-old with an energy weapon. It's like a 5-year-old with an energy weapon. Who wants to be around that? Who wants to pay taxes in a system like that? All these entitled demons. You want to study your own DNA. You go ahead and study your own DNA. You're probably not a human. You're probably a damn alien any goddamn way. Sorry, y'all. Final message, Holy Spirit. You got all the money in the world and you picking on people. You got all the money in the world and you out here picking on people. Coward. Final message. What's this? Somebody might have kicked somebody out of their energy. Okay, somebody from the past. Somebody could be an air sign. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. This could be a water sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Somebody couldn't cause an illusion. And somebody could be making plans or trying to find a direction to go in. The Page of Swords reverse. Somebody can't move something forward. They could have communicated something to someone very disrespectfully. This is the person that kicked someone out their energy. Somebody might feel like something is a risk. What is the Fool card? Because someone's going to provide some kind of clarity about something. What is the Fool card? Somebody took a risk. Yeah, this is the Priest. This could be an East African priest that might be a Pisces. They got bad karma, very, very bad karma. Or this is some kind of priest here that has very bad karma that was working together with whoever this Eritrean is. The Nine of Swords in the reverse. The Queen of Pentacles. Someone's not in a mental imprisonment about giving clarity. Okay, someone wants to bring clarity about what somebody was doing. And they kicked somebody out of their energy from the past already. And somebody wants to bring clarity to you. Somebody's an air sign, somebody's a water sign. All right, give me one final card. All right, one final card. All right, the Ten of Pentacles reverse. Someone's heartbroken because they missed an opportunity to make large lump sums of money off of you. Yeah. So that's what they're bringing you clarity about. There was someone in your energy that was trying to energy harvest from you, and they were going to get paid a lot of money if they were able to help these people successfully pull off this destiny exchange or whatever this spiritual exchange was that was supposed to either suppress you or kill you, where you would just be sacrificed. And they were going to do a ritual where your power or energy was going to be absorbed by them. Yeah. So it didn't go through. And it could be an air sign bitter about that and heartbroken because it was a large amount of money. I mean, large, that was at stake over you. The Ace of Pentacles is a large lump sum of money. And it's the Ten of Pentacles next to it. This had to do with your energy being for sale for the Ace of Pentacles, okay? The Ten of Pentacles is your energy, okay? It's abundant. It's prosperous. Elon Musk was willing to pay a whole Ace of Pentacles for your energy, your abundant energy. You're not cash rich, but what's inside of you, baby, because of the way you think and because of how healed you are and your spiritual ranking, it's worth $1 billion, baby. And Elon Musk was willing to pay every dime of it. I'm Kuan Yin, and this is I Have No Cut Cards Tarot. I love you. All right, so that is the end of the first read for this Monday. I'm gonna jump right on into the prayer. Y'all know how we do. Anybody interested in joining in on this prayer, you are more than welcome to. I show gratitude to the Most High God, Yeshua, Jehovah, Yahweh, for my collective of the highest vibration of love. I show gratitude for favor and protection from the Most High God that comes with being in alignment, that comes with empathy and compassion and having love and following the golden rule. I I show gratitude for my health, which is my wealth. I show gratitude for my complete restoration, financially, energetically, spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. I show gratitude for my health, once again, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. I show gratitude for favor and protection. I show gratitude for earth, wind, and fire, both the group and the elements. I show gratitude for each and every planet that God, however you define God, put in the sky with its unique energies, that when we sound off that vowel sound, help get our prayer requests and affirmations granted. Oh, Holy One, the sun that sits at the head of Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, the moon, Mercury, Venus, I show gratitude. Right now, I command every demonic spirit in this life and in my environment to get and flee from my life, my home, and environment. Umima is a consuming fire. I release Christ fire on every demonic spirit right now, using anyone or anything in this life, in this house, in my environment, in my community, or in my energy field to cause any kind of spiritual or energetic or physical imbalance to this prayer right now, or anyone in my life of the highest vibration of love. I sanctify this live right now and this prayer with holy fire, the spirit of Umima. Let the fire of Aiya, Yeshua, flood this prayer, this life, and this environment right now for cleansing and for redemption in earth and in heaven, in the mighty name of Christ Jehovah. I command every witchcraft-inspired warfare against my life to cease right now. Every witchcraft-inspired warfare against my finances cease right now in the name of Jesus. Every witchcraft-inspired warfare against my energy, against my spirit, against my finances, against my relationships, cease right now in the name of Jehovah, in the name of Yahweh, in the name of Yeshua. Let every witchcraft-inspired warfare in my environment, in my life, cease right now in the name of Jehovah, in the name of Jehovah. Cease right now. For this day the Lord God of hosts, a day of vengeance, that I may be avenged of my adversaries, all of them, and the sword shall devour them, and it shall be made satiate and made drunk with their blood. Break every bow and cut every spear. They did cry there. Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, is but a noise. He had passed the time appointed. Every enemy known and unknown, seen and unseen, fighting me right now. Expire by fire. Every enemy expire right now. Every enemy expire in motion. Every pharaoh of my life expire right now. Expire in motion. Every pharaoh of my life expire in motion right now. Let the lying lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. Silence the tongue of every campaign of calamity against me. Silence the tongue of those chanting witchcraft against me. Every war strike, every scorch of tongue, every war caused by tongue of man against me, be silent in the name of Jehovah. Be silent in the name of Yeshua. Be silent in the name of Jesus. Be silent. Silence right now. Silence in the name of Yeshua. Silence right now in the name of Yeshua. Silence in the name of Jehovah. Silence right now. Let me not be ashamed, O Lord. I have called upon thee. Let the wicked be ashamed. Let them be silent in the grave. Whosoever will enter coffin, or sleeps with the dead, or worships the dead, or washes the dead, to wage war against me, in the mighty name of Christ, Jehovah, Yeshua, Yahweh, let them be silent in the grave. Let my enemies be silent in the darkness. Silence! Silence in the grave. Silence in the darkness. Silence their tongue right now. The wicked shall become silent in the darkness. I command every lying, chanting tongue to be tied, knotted, binded, and bounded right now. Whatsoever ye shall bind in earth is bound in the heavens. Whatsoever ye shall loose on earth shall be loosed in the heavens. Right now, I bind, tie, and knot every tongue chanting witchcraft against me in earth and on the heavenly planes. I tie every tongue right now, chanting witchcraft against me right now. I tie and knot your tongue right now. I bind every tongue speaking and chanting witchcraft against me right now. I cancel, nullify, neutralize, and completely obliterate every contract and agreement with every enchantment of witchcraft pit against me right now in earth and on the heavenly planes. No weapon shall be formed against me. Let every tongue that rise up against me in judgment be thou condemned. For greater is he that is within me than he that is within the world. Surely he shall deliver thee from the foulest snare and from the noisome, deadly pestilence. Right now, I bind and contain in earth and on the heavenly realms every enchantment of witchcraft put against me, every curse, every hex, every spell, every entity sent toward me. I bind you in earth and on the heavenly realms right now. Every death spell sent toward me, I bind and contain you in earth and in the heavens right now. And I command you, because I am, to return directly back to the sender tenfold. Abracadabra! Abracadabra! I return all spell work directly back to the sender tenfold. I command all spell work, every death spell, every curse, to return directly back to the sender 10 times right now. Abracadabra! I return all spell work back to the sender right now. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. Let those that love it eat the fruit thereof. Let death seize upon them, and let them go quickly into hell, for they have no changes. Therefore, they know not God. Every witch and warlock astral projecting into my environment, halt their horses and split their tendons so they can be completely immobilized right now. I command every witch and warlock astral projecting into my environment, let their silver cords be cut off. Let my angels and ancestors cut off their sea backwards, cause their airplane in Merkaba to crash and malfunction and cause their death. Let every witch and warlock flying or crawling in my environment fall down and die right now. Break, bend, and twist every wing. Burn their chariots with fire and cause their witchcraft birds' wings to break in motion. Let them fall off the sky and die instantly. Let their wings break. Cause them to crash and die right now. Let the enemies of my progress be openly disgraced. Let the enemies of my child be openly disgraced. Let every witchcraft coven flying against my destiny fall out the sky and be disgraced and exposed. As they take off, they shall crash. As they take off, they shall crash. As they take off, they shall crash. Whosoever is flying for my sake in the name of Christ Jehovah, crash, land, scrape, break your ass and die. Whosoever is flying as the evil witchcraft bird against my soul, crash and die right now in the mighty name of Jehovah. Crash, land right now. I show gratitude to my ancestors, my angels, and my guides of the highest vibration of love, the Most High God, Yeshua, Yahweh, Jehovah, for this morning, another week and day. Right now, we command and we come in agreement that today, anything I speak, touch, seek to do, or accomplish, it will be blessed. It will manifest to the fullest and flourish. You said where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there shall I be also. In the mighty name of Christ Jehovah, in the mighty name of Yahweh, Yeshua. Right now, I command joy and success in my life. Everything I speak, touch, seek to do, or accomplish, it will be blessed. It will manifest to the fullest and it will flourish. Right now, I cut, sever, and burn, separate, and disengage, and cancel by fire any and all agreements and contracts that anyone bound me to in the dream state. I order all plans null and void by fire. I sever every demonic cord and attachment on every plane through every energy body. Catch fire right now in the mighty name of Christ Jehovah. Burst into flames and scatter in the mighty name of Yeshua. I command every ounce and inch of my divine energy that was called from me or siphoned from me through every cord to burn and detach right now. I command every ounce and inch of my divine energy to return and come directly back to me right now. I make my sweet, great energy wait. Do not let separate from my estate. I neutralize and eliminate the hate. Positive and creative energy is my fate. Sacral and root chi, I do decree. I appreciate you. Stay glued to thee. I command every ounce and inch of my divine energy to return and come directly back to me through every energy body on every plane. And I command every and anything that was built, manifested, or purchased utilizing my energy without my authorization to burn to ashes to the ground and completely scatter as my energy returns back to me in the mighty name of Yeshua, the Most High God. Right now, I command every obstacle placed in front of me to be instantly destroyed by fire on every plane through every energy body. Right now, I cancel every orchestrated witchcraft attack and hex conjured by fire by my kundalini violet flame of my holy fire, which is my Holy Spirit, that I invoke with my holy words. Kadus, 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 kadus. I return all spell work today back to the sender. Continuously I command a circle of fire of my kundalini violet flame to engulf and encircle around me as protection from the crown of my head to the sole of my feet. I command you to dispel and repel every witchcraft attack sent toward me, every evil eye, negative intention, negative prayer sent toward me. I command you to dispel and repel it off in another direction continuously throughout the day and throughout the night. Let it go directly back to its sender, plant in their energy field, and remain permanently stuck to them until what they desired to happen to me manifests and happens to them instead. Let every meeting arranged by anyone in my energy to frustrate my day catch fire right now and be destroyed and scattered forever, never to assemble again. Right now, with my words, abracadabra, I destroy you and obliterate completely your evil intentions. Be consumed by my authority in Christ, in the mighty name of Christ, Jehovah. As I anoint myself this morning, I cleanse and remove from my body, from my chakras, from my nervous system, and my cellular DNA through all 7 of my energy bodies, on every plane, through every energy body, the effects of every energy weapon, the effects of every entity attachment, the effects of any hex, bewitchment, attachment, spell, negative energy, evil eye, anything that was placed inside of my aura that is not of Christ, that is not of God, that does not belong there, I cleanse out by fire right now. I cleanse every satanic deposit right now out of our nervous system, out of our chakras, out of our cellular DNA. Let it be cleansed by the fire of my kundalini violet flame right now and be made purified. I command it, abracadabra. Right now, we transmute all toxic negative energy back into the universe to be alchemized into positive energy. Let every man, woman, and child that I interface and come in contact with today go out of their way to do their best for me. I will see favor today in every area of my life. All things, both good and bad, will work together for my highest good today and this week. I have divine immunity and protection today from all manner of confusion by those that have made me their enemies. Any and everything that I put my energy and focus into today, it will prosper, it will be successful. Anyone that is destined to help me will contact, locate, and get through and reach me today. Every door will open for me today. Every obstacle and the creators of challenges in my life will be blocked, disabled, stopped, and removed far from me, and cast and instantly ejected from my energy right now today in my life by divine intervention. I show and express love, gratitude for my ancestors of the highest vibration of love, my ascended masters, my angels, my guides, the Most High God, Yeshua, Yah, Jehovah, of the highest vibration of love, that help block and protect for me, seen and unseen, known and unknown, that came before me. And I open up myself to new lessons that will help me to spiritually grow and ascend higher. In the mighty name of Christ, Jehovah, I thank you for all of these things. I now close all portals and sever all energetic cords that no longer serve me and fully reclaim my divine power, sovereignty, and light. May the blessings be. By the light of the eternal flame, I release all ties right now that bring me pain. From hex, from bind, from spell and chain. I reclaim my power, whole and sane. Through ancestral lines I now ascend. All wounds and shadows I transcend. No force can hold, no bind can stay. Because I walk in light, I clear my way with sovereign will. My soul is free. It is protected by divine decree, by earth, by fire, by air, by sea. I am whole, I am pure, I am free. May the blessings be. Must it be, so shall it be, Ashe. Did you hear that, Elon Musk? I'm going to say it again. My soul is free. It is protected by divine decree. Listen up, because I know you watch me. Elon Musk. I don't know if you're human or not, but my soul, our souls are free, and it is protected spiritually by divine decree. You may not have our soul. We are not going to allow you to bind us through blackmail, financially, or any other way into any satanic contract whereby you'll be able to utilize the source of God's power on earth, which is the woman that has completed her shadow work for your demonology, for your own personal use, for your experimentation, so you can put it in your AI, so you can experiment with us and create robots and do it. No, our soul is free. It's protected by divine decree. Amen. Guys, I am QUAN. This is I Have No Cut Cards Tarot. This has been another one. I love each and every last one of you. I see there are more of you here now. Welcome. Thank you so much for showing up and showing out. I see all of you all. Robert, I know I saw you, Empress Love. I saw Fox that won. Let me put my phone at, because I'm half blind here. Alexis Gibson, thank you for praying with us. One part of the chosen, amen. Thank you for praying with us. That energy that we bring together with positive affirmations, regardless of your religion, because I don't care what you practice. I believe in energy, and I believe in manifesting what you want, positive energy, positive things. So whether you're Muslim, Christian, whether you practice Judaism, spirituality, atheist, I don't care. Energy is energy. And positive energy, where two or more are gathered together in the main thing. That means when several people bring their energy together and come in an agreement together behind something positive that we want to happen, so shall it be. It's going to manifest because of all the energy we have lined up like a gun with a bullet inside of it behind the intention. You understand? That's what we call prayer. That's what prayer is. Prayer is a loaded gun. It's intention with energy lined up behind it. When these witches and warlocks, they pray too. They all come together and they pray for your downfall. They pray for your money. They pray they'll be able to steal your destiny. They pray. That's why we pray and say affirmations. Intention with energy, 2 or 3, the power of 3, lined up behind it. So regardless of what your personal belief is, you're all welcome here as long as you are operating out of the highest vibration of love and your intentions are for something that is positive. You're not trying to cause an imbalance for someone or to hurt anyone. So guys, every single last one of you, I didn't get to name all of you right now. Let me see here. Diane Garrison, thank you for praying with us always. Mother, my phone went out that I was looking at. I'm trying to get close here because I wanted to. Mother Original Nations. Yes, thank you for praying with us. Lividity. It's very hard for me to see on my laptop and my phone just died, so I apologize, y'all. Empress High Priestess, thank you for always being here for the prayer. I appreciate you. Child, I'm about to get off of here because I'm gonna make it worse. I'm having trouble seeing on my laptop because I'm not close enough to it, and I don't want to trip over this thing here. Liberty. I think it says Liberty M30. Either way, Robert, all of you all, thank you for praying. Mother of Original Nations. Anyone that I missed, if I miss you this time, I'm gonna get you next time. But I appreciate each and every last one of you. Onion, a fireman onion, Alexis Gibson, Jessica Berry, 87. Yes, Carlotta Johnson, thank you so much. Yeah, y'all showing up for the prayer means everything. Thank you at FU20260Q. That's who I'm talking to. A flying onion, all of you. Much love to every last one of you. Thank you for the prayers and the energy. Okay, I'll be back in a little while. QUAN signing out.